bike's trying to come out from underneath me. This is really good descent so far. I'm enjoying this, a little bit techy in places. Morning everyone, hope you're doing well. Today I've come down to the village of Collingbourne Kingston, and I'm going to try out the Collingbourne Kingston route that's in the Good Mountain Bike guidebook, or a variation on that route. It's basically two loops either side of the village. So the first loop is over to the hills to the east, and then drops back down through Collingbourne Wood, and the second loop goes off to the west and goes up towards the village of Everleigh and round the top northeastern part of Salisbury Plain, and then back down to Collingbourne Kingston where we parked the car today. This is all brand new to me. I've never ridden here before, so lots of new trails to try out today. The weather's pretty nice as well, nice autumnal September day, nice and cool, but the sun's pretty much out. So yeah, it should be a nice ride today, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so we've just left Collingbourne Kingston, heading up towards a little village, I think it's called Brunton, and we're looking for a turning that's going to take us off and up to the hills to my right. Yeah, I think this is the turning, off up here. Bit of a climb to start the ride with, I think. Up over to my left here. Should certainly warm me up. Got some nice views for our efforts. Just come up this road here, and this is looking out into the area we're going into later in the ride. Collingbourne Kingston's just down in the valley there. This is Martin Cell Hill straight ahead there, and I think that's Eastern Clump on this hill, and that's the area we'll be in later on in the ride. And some cows. Look like they want to come and say hello. Hey guys. Really nice panoramic views up here. For those who've seen my rides from Walbury Hill, we're kind of heading into that area now, which is why I'm doing a variation on that route today. I'm not doing the full ride from the guidebook that goes down and into Hippenscombe and over to Haydown Hill, that area. I'm just going to cut it slightly short and head into Collingbourne Wood, which is just over here. You can just see it on the horizon there. Okay, I think we're heading off down here. And we're heading down towards that patch of woodland ahead. It's called Rag Copse. Continue the descent. Quite a steep climb up the other side. I'm not sure there's much point even trying to ride that really. It's a bit steep. Let's head into, I think it's Rag Copse. Unfortunately, it's a little overgrown at the moment. A little overgrown in places, but quite a nice little section. Nice peaceful climb. Okay, just joined another byway. This one's called White Lane or White's Lane, and gonna follow this for about a mile before joining another main road for a short stretch. So at this point we're right on the borders of Hampshire, Berkshire and Wiltshire. I think Wiltshire is behind me, Berkshire's sort of over to my left and straight ahead, and Hampshire is down to the east, southeast. Units down here. I think it's basically straight on all the way down. This looks good. Bike's trying to come out from underneath me. Really good descent so far. I'm enjoying this, a little bit techy in places. Straight on again, actually, on this narrow section. I think the village of Upper Chute is over to my left somewhere. Not going up there today, but just so you know. So this is Collingbourne Wood, quite a big wood. I think it's about the same size as West Woods, but definitely smaller than Savernake Forest. It's really nice. It does actually feel like the same sort of wood as West Woods. Although I don't know what type of trees these are. Really enjoying this. Another tree down. Looks like a bit more of a struggle to get through. These woods will probably get quite muddy in the winter. I can just kind of tell that these trails are great in the summer and the dry weather, but might turn to a mud bath in the winter, so I'll be warned about that. Annoying. Couldn't get through one last ride without getting a puncture. But I'll be converting to tubeless on my new bike, so hopefully we won't be getting quite as many. Certainly won't miss this. Like the green laners have been out along this track, heavily rutted. Another good section though. It's been a really good first half of the ride. Highly recommend it so far. Okay, looks like we've got a bit of a descent coming up. So we're about 3/4 of the way around the first loop of this ride. Still climbing steadily up this byway. I think this is Heritage Farm. Really nice farm buildings here. Beautiful. Yeah, it looks like we're going down, back up towards that barn, and then Collingbourne Kingston is just the other side of that hill. Checked, and that prominent hill over to the south is Salisbury Hill, which is just above Tidworth, and I believe on the summit is an Iron Age hill fort, so that might be an area worth exploring at some point. Looks like you probably get quite a good view on the top of there. So I'm just going to drop back down into Collingbourne Kingston. Collingbourne Juice this is over to my left. Yeah, that first loop was really good. Enjoyed it. So just coming back into Collingbourne Kingston now, into a short road section. It's quite nice, this route. If you only fancy doing one of the two loops and you park at Collingbourne Kingston or start there, and obviously you can just do one or do the second one if you fancy it. So the start of the second loop is here, I believe. So you don't go all the way back into Collingbourne Kingston, you turn off here. Mill Drove. Like we're starting with a bit of a climb. So as I mentioned in the intro, this second part of the ride passes in part into a section of Salisbury Plain, which is a very large area of Wiltshire that's designated for military training and tank manoeuvres. Okay, so far it's been a bit nondescript. There's not really been much to see, and the tracks have just been these kind of wide gravel tracks, gravel byways. So nice views opening up to my left. So these are the tank crossings. we'll get to see any tanks. I'm just going to turn right here, follow the road for a short stretch, and then look for another byway. It'll take us back up to our right somewhere. Again, I don't really have my bearings at all. This is all new to me, this area. So this is West Everleigh Down, and the mounds on the horizon are Ely Barrows, a couple of burial mounds. So I thought I'd just stop and show you the view from West Everleigh Down. We've just come up here. This is Salisbury, the Iron Age hill fort on top of the hill there, just above Tidworth. This is all Salisbury Plain out in that direction. I think Everleigh is over in that direction. These are two ancient burial mounds known as Ely Barrows, and we're going to continue this direction. If you follow this byway all the way over the other side of the hill, you can drop down into Pewsey Vale and to the village of Pewsey. But yeah, it's nice up here, but it's very exposed, and I wouldn't want to get caught up here on a really, really hot day or in bad weather, but today it's perfect. Okay, just going to take this byway now, continue round to Milton Hill. Rutted. Hopefully it remains rideable. Oh, there's the rut. It's disappearing into the grass and I can't see where exactly it is. Annoyingly, we're climbing up here to then go straight back down there and then head over there. And there's a track, whoops, there's a track that runs along the bottom of the field down there, right to the barn that you can see there, which is where we're headed, but it's not a byway. So we've got to do a bit of a triangle, two sides of a triangle to get around to it. Right, okay, going to turn back on ourselves here. And unfortunately, we've got to lose all that ground we just climbed up. gaining the final bit of height before the final drop down into Collingbourne Kingston. Okay, looks like this is the final descent down into Collingbourne. Let's enjoy it. It's good to finish a ride with a descent. So just entering back into Collingbourne Kingston. Overall, I'd say I had a pretty good ride today, but certainly the first loop was better than the second, particularly that rutted section. Could do with missing out or finding another way around, but I hope you enjoyed it today. And just for reference, this is where I parked. It's just a lay-by just outside Collingbourne Kingston. I'll put the GPS location, OS grid reference in the video, and special thanks to my mum and dad for letting me borrow their car to get out here today. But anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed it today, and as always, thanks very much for watching.